Alright, hello everybody. Unfortunately, I missed Tuesday's stream and was almost not going to stream tonight either. Because while on vacation, I attempted to flip my sleep schedule around and failed again. And wound up doing like a half and half. Sleep half during the day, half at night. Miserable. And now I'm trying to readjust back, and it's still miserable. So, I'm miserable. So let's play Frog Fractions. I was going to play Disco Elysium next, but I saw a thing on Steam that was like, oh, there was a Frog Fractions patch. A 100 plus new like secrets and things were added. So I did play the original Frog Fractions back in the day, back when it was a Flash game. So I already know the little bit. I'm playing just the normal version right now. We'll do that first. I have 16 Zorkmans already. But 4 fruit. Lock on targeting. I did play this back in the day and loved it. And then when it came out on Steam, I was like, oh, I figured it was like a Cave Story type thing, right? Cave Story was this little game that was made by somebody, made by like a single person, I think. Wasn't it? And it was, at first, you know, a free game, and then they put it on Steam, and it was, you know, it was pretty much the same game, except changed a little bit. Like, updated graphics and sound and things. But it was pretty much just, okay, if you buy this, you're just supporting the maker. Azaleus, I will nom the bugs. I'll do it. I did it. How are you? And where did you go? Achievement unlocked Al Uqilid's Legacy? I'll get it. So I foolishly thought, oh, okay, it's just the same game, but if you want to support the guy, then you know, buy it. Buy it with the hat DLC where he has a hat. Haha. Turns out that's not the case. There is a whole nother game here. Which I'm looking forward to playing. Are you familiar with this? Because this is great. Also, can I? No, I can't move back and forth during Frog Fractions teaches typing. A sub! Thanks, Volton Phase. I'm gonna take that sub money and I'm gonna buy a static. Well, I would have bought a static Cling Tongue. Too expensive though. I am back. So today I'm playing through the normal version, and if I get done with it, we'll move on to the hat DLC. So the first time that I played this, I didn't figure out the trick, and actually went through the entire tech tree. And I'd like to do that again, just to see if the joke is the same or if they've added anything. So you buy lock-on targeting. This eyeball installed auto-targeting HUD helps you make a glowing red list of bugs you hate. Static Cling Tongue. And then here's uninstall lock-on targeting. The chicks don't dig on cyborgs, and it makes licking bugs less fun anyway. Get the surgeon to uninstall it. Which I can't afford just yet. I suppose if I did want to afford it, I know where I could find a whole bunch of fruit. But we'll play legitimately, like a good frog, like a fraction frog. No, I will become indignant. Or they'll become indignant towards me? Is that how it works? Also, let's get the static clink tongue first, because that's good. Watch this. I can just listen to this music forever. It's true. Oh no.
I will not falter.
And Azalea subscribed as well. Thank you. I promise not to disappoint unless I do. No more lock-on targeting. Did not get it. Come back. The dragon... I can't yet. Lock-on targeting. I sure do miss lock-on targeting. It was pretty sweet. I'll buy it again. Achievement unlocked. Bingo. Why did I get that? Nobody knows. Deep. Save. Unseat. It's a good thing I have lasers on my lily pad. How else would I be able to solve fractions? Shita... what? I missed the achievement. I don't know what it did. Also, I forgot to even read that. The whole point of me doing these is to be able to read the things. I'm gonna miss it. I wasn't gonna miss it. How could you believe me? So sick of lock-on targeting. It just doesn't have the friction of going au natural. Automation is what separates us from the apes, if you think about it. Just look at how efficient technology is. It's great. Manual targeting is more fuel efficient and faster. Can't get either of these, not enough fruit. I'll do better next time. But as I was saying, the first time I played this, I absolutely did go through the entire tech tree, not realizing, like, there was going to be more to the game. And then I, like, scrolled down to look at some of the comments, and they were talking about things that clearly did not happen in the game. And I was like, maybe I should go back into the game and look around. And then realized. Oh, hey, Sithing! How are you doing? You were playing, Pillars of Eternity? No, wait. That's not true. What were you playing? I was thinking of Synapse. Also, I guess I missed what the cybernetic brain was doing. It changed it from fractions into scientific notation. Wonderful. Lock-on targeting frees me to focus my attention on the things that actually matter, like my kids, and deciding which bugs need to die first. Valid. Outshine with an E. Bum, bum. Bum. Do. Is it? Studies show that manual targeters live longer and happier lives. That sounds like it's worth purchasing then. Meh. Don't you do it. Don't you do it, Bugs. I'm watching you. You know what's awesome? Waffles. I stayed in a hotel with a waffle maker in the lobby once, and it was amazing. Don't all hotels technically have waffle makers in the lobby? I thought they did. Oh man, I could go for waffles too. Is IHOP still open this time of night? No, COVID. Achievement unlocked, the butter trap. What? Yeah, man, I think so. Anyway, worst case, we can get frozen waffles at Max's. It's open 24 hours. And just like that, I have lock-on targeting again. Awesome. Let's get out of here. Oh, too expensive. Flap noodle. How do you propose to take my fruit when I can type recalcitrant? See, I told you I could. Awesome, let's get out of here. Get. Nom nom. Still right about lock-on targeting, though. So have you guys played this before? Volt and Phase must have, of course. I haven't streamed the original before. I streamed the sequel. Glittermint Grove. Nuh-uh. You never played it. Well, as you can see, I am a frog and I am eating bugs. Therefore, I am learning about fractions. This is pretty great. You'll want to stick around. It's not just this forever. Unless I wanted it to be. Tempting. Why are we still talking about this? Can't afford it. Ding bat. Harbinger. Footbridge, not to be down. Slugabed, that's a good word. Bespangle, not as good. Bourgeoisie, arguably the worst word. Also, I misspelled it. Achievement unlocked. Go touch your letters. Why are we still talking about this? I also have avoided buying the dragon power up because if you get that, it causes the bugs to start shooting bullets, and then you are playing a Touhou game. Still not super difficult, but you know, come on. Oh yeah, I streamed the sequel a while ago. Because the frog hasn't made the changes necessary to reach the next level of upgrades yet. That's me, I'm the frog. Or am I? Once I get the true ending, we'll know for sure if I'm the frog or not. Oh, when do you think he'll be able to? Do 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 do. Hard to say. Maybe he's just too comfortable with the status quo. That's me. Got it. That's understandable. When all you've known is the womb, the outside world is scary. Can't afford. Overmuch. Quicklime. Woodpecker. Underwater. Circumjacent? Jambalaya. Adjectival. I'd forgotten just how long. I guess it is pretty long to go through the entire... Don't need it. No. No. How can we encourage Froggy to move on? Acute eating. I'm getting so many achievements. So the thing over here, I haven't got the dragon yet, and I also haven't gotten Warp Drive, which costs 25,000 fruit. I might be here for a little while. How can we encourage Froggy to move on? Should we? Are we really sure of ourselves enough to impinge on his free will without using exclamation point blind? They better not. No, exclamation point hide. It's been a while. I forgot how to stream. Oh no, there was a present. I missed it. I mean, wouldn't he be better off? Antithesis. Stay away from my fruit. Submarine. Basting. No. Difficult. We can't be sure of that. Maybe he'd just be miserable, and like they say, you can't go home again. Get away. Get away. You're right. I'm not ready to take on that kind of responsibility. No, I was tricked, and I lost the present again. Going for the high score. But you are willing to repeatedly give him the hard sell on the unnecessary surgery on his increasingly fragile brain to install lock-on targeting, right? Delicious bugs. I shall eat them all. Perhaps I've been too confident about my point of view. Apoplectic. That means super angry. Dunk, bump, kin, Duncan. Electricity. Spring. Cryptanalysis. Is that a real word? They keep throwing in nun-related words. Haven't we all been on occasion? Got it. Got that one too. Doop doop doo doo. Doo doo doo. No, don't move. Haven't we all been on occasion? Too right. It's a very human thing to do, isn't it? Oops, forgot to catch the fruit. It's important to respect your nature, but it's also important to realize when your nature runs in opposition to the person you want to be. We're learning all kinds of things from frog fractions, not the least of which is how to add, multiply, subtract, and divide fractions. Well, not divide. There's no way to divide fractions. Trust me. I've tried. Well put. Not in time. Not in time. Thank you. Knock worst. Futility. Formative. Slurry. Lower. Devilkin. Handstand. Scrofulous. Apiary. Passion. Supplicant. Once per round, they sneak in one word that's a hint on what you're actually supposed to do to continue the game. So I guess you can buy lock-on targeting if you want. And I do, so I bought it. Now I have lock-on targeting. Doop doop dee doo. Also, I didn't test sound. I had to turn sound down a lot because this game is pretty loud by default. Hopefully, everybody can hear just fine. It will only be eating bugs and catching fruit for a few minutes more, and then it will be all things. And if you change your mind, you can remove it again. Meh. Fly. Fly. No. And then they just alternate back and forth forever. Let's skip the dragon. I can fly all over. Flying all over means I can also fly down into the water, which I could have done with the turtle. Anyway, here is all of that fruit that I kept missing. Mr. Fruit Bags. Fruit, like a billion. And now to destroy all bugs. Nom, nom, nom. I can finally afford the warp drive, but I can't get any of these because I only have 8 Zorkamids. Glad you could finally make it, Lieutenant Hop. We're dealing with a serious infestation here. Be careful around those asteroids. Don't let them push you around. Wow, I've never seen these bugs shoot at anyone but you. I think they might be racist. Don't forget to avoid bullets, Lieutenant Hop. You let the asteroids push you around. We said not to do that. There's Bug Mars now, their home planet. They're gonna regret messing with us. Do a barrel roll. No. No, I'm doing so bad. I'm forgetting everything that I know about fractions. Good flying with you, Lieutenant Hop. See you on the other side. Time to break out the numerators, if you know what I mean. Oh, hello. I wonder if the big guy over here has any tips about dealing with fractions. Destroy the core. You are under arrest. Thank you for your cooperation. Mr. Hop, the charges against you are severe. You're accused of breaking and entering our native habitat, Bug Mars, with intent to purloin our delicious space fruit. How do you plead? Has anyone ever told you look delicious? Not with that glassy-eyed stare, no. These charges carry a minimum sentence of 20 years hard labor, but there's a special offer this week. How would you like to become a naturalized citizen of Bug Mars? Absolutely! I love it here on Bug Mars. I've never been to a buggier Mars. This one is the correct answer, because it's actually true. How do you feel about bribes? If you'll just reach into my front pocket. Excellent. All you need to do is pass a test on the history and culture of this fine planet. Shall we begin? Our bug flag has 4 bug stripes. What do they represent? Crushing our enemies in our powerful mandibles. I can almost feel their bones breaking now. Next question. On the series Bug Jersey Shore, what is Bug Snooky's favorite flavor of ice cream? Trick question. Ice cream is unheard of on Bug Mars because of the climate. Well, I had to try, didn't I? 420 bugs ago, Bug-in-Chief Bug Thomas Jefferson wrote in the Declaration of Bugs that we are all blessed with which inalienable right? The right to bugs. How should I know? I'm a frog. The right to bugs. As the revered document says, the only right you'll ever need. During the War of Bug 1812, General Stonewall Bug Jackson held off the nefarious frog armada single-handedly. How many mecha frogs did he crush under the wheels of his Mercedes bugs? 420. I swear, they counted them twice. It's not just a pot joke. We don't know. They hadn't invented counting back then. Do you know what percentage of students didn't graduate Bug High School in those days? Neither does anyone else. Last question, Mr. Hop. How do you feel about fractions? I was told there'd be no math on this exam. Correct! No math at all. I'm impressed, Mr. Hop. Yours is the first perfect score our fake naturalization program has ever seen. We were going to fire you into the sun, but instead, we've decided to issue you a work visa. If you'll just sign here. Bugs, bugs, bugs. Everyone loves a novelty signature. Just ask Bug John Hancock. You mean me? John Hancock. Wow, what do you know? Mars fractions are the best fractions. Hey, what was that thing that just fell? To purchase Merv Tongue, insert a $20 bill into your CD-ROM drive. Okay. Too expensive. Oh, work visa installed. You're only in the country on a temporary basis, so you're going to give it all while you have the chance. Oh, the padlock is locked. All right, going down. Down far below the surface of Bug Mars.
As conceived in 1632 by Portuguese printing press operator André Felipe, boxing was a gentleman's game in which two men would square off and regale each other with stories monotonous for days on end, until one of them fell to the ground from boredom or exhaustion. Over the next few years, the new sport developed a respectable following of a few hundred local socialites.
I forget, do they? No, I guess not. Yeah, it was a little bit quiet. We'll turn it up.
It was Felipe's son, André Felipe, who developed what he called the punching strategy in 1637, after seeing a schoolboy strike another in anger, causing him to fall down. When André Felipe challenged the then champion, British expatriate Sleepless Bill Bishop, to a match, Bishop was the odds-on favourite. You can imagine his surprise when, while he was describing what he had had for breakfast that morning, André walked up and thumped him in the neck, sending him down for the count in the parlance of our time.
Now we're learning about not just fractions, but also boxing.
While it was universally agreed that the boy had violated the spirit of the game, officials were unable to find any actual rule that punching violated, and were forced to let the victory stand. This upset caused an uproar in the boxing community large enough to spill over into local newspapers, which drew the interest of many outsiders to come see what all the fuss was about. The newcomers were enthralled to engage in these borderline barbaric displays of human strength and skill, and the rest is history. After a few sports school moms, single-minded about safety, added the padded gloves, of course.
Do, 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 do. True, accurate history of gentlemen's boxing. I know. That goes without saying. Tight squeeze.
Today's boxing enthusiasts fantasize about a newcomer that would rock the ring the way Felipe did. Calcification of the modern rule set has essentially locked the punching strategy into place, but it's easy to get caught up in the fantasy. Young scholars with big dreams often enter the ring with their crazy new trick, usually a variant of hypnosis. And though they've achieved the occasional victory, none of the gimmicks have been robust enough to make it to the big time.
I love that line. That of course, at least a few people who practice hypnosis instead of punching claim a few victories in boxing. Unsurprising. It was such a creative game. I'm excited to see what the, what happens when I put on the hat. I've seen the first, 2 minutes or so of the hat DLC. I'm given to understand it is actually quite lengthy.
Though, is that Andre Felipe's original vision of boxing is still around. Gentlemen's boxing clubs can be found in cities all over the world. You can visit one most any day of the week and see two erudite gentlemen exchanging pleasantries in the ring. Most people only come to watch a few hours of a match and then leave, but every once in a while you'll find amongst your elders a stout fellow, a die-hard fan, who perhaps witnessed that historic battle between Felipe and Bishop, who for love of the sport must stay to witness the last glorious seconds of wakefulness slip away, only to return to fight again another day.
I probably could have kept swimming the whole time. I kept thinking, I don't want to reach my destination before the narration is stopped. Look what it is. Is that it? The rumbling seems to have stopped, and you feel the intense downward pressure let up. After a moment, you calm down enough to start taking in your surroundings for the first time since the seemingly dormant vessel sprang to life. The walls of this circular room curve to meet at a point that must correspond to the curved nose of the outer hull. Lining the walls, you see a porthole, a glowing display, and a control deck. A ladder leads aft. Help! This is a short story that you interact with by entering simple English commands. Remember the adventure gamer's maxim. If it's possible to do, it must be good and wise. What next? Win! You have won! Okay. Look. Go ladder. Clamber across the ladder. Captain's quarters. This looks like an all-purpose living area. A sleeping pod sits next to a nightstand. ladder leads to the floor. An oriental rug lies in the center of the aft wall. Pull rug. Moving the rug, you discover a recessed hatch below it. Your score is going up by 2/5 of a point. Open hatch. You have to work it a bit, but you give the wheel a few spins and the hatch pops open. Go hatch. Slip through the hatch. Engine room. Nearly every surface in this room is covered in a pink sticky goop, which seems to be thicker near a gray machine sitting in the corner. A hole in the wall exposes a nest of wires. There is a hatch leading back to the captain's quarters to the floor. Look hole. An empty coffee can that you're guessing doesn't belong there. Get can. You twist the can and it eventually comes loose, but you've ripped the insulation off an adjacent wire in the process and begins sparking as it comes into contact with an adjacent strut. Look, can, an empty coffee can. Look, machine. The machine consists of a spigot aimed at a flat platform. A handwritten sheet of paper has been hastily taped over the base of the platform. Read paper. This is the out of order note included in your game package. But I stole this game. Push button. No. Use machine. More specific. Look. Spigot. Use can with spigot. Place the can below the spigot. Good. What else we got in here? Go hatch. Go ladder. Command module. The walls of this circular room curve to meet... Oh, I already read that. Look. Display. A glowing green display shows a map of the galaxy with a destination you don't recognize marked. An ETA of about 3,000 years. 2 on-screen buttons leading route details and new destination. Push route details. Spills from a slew of steps such as spiral spinward at Spathy system, far faster than you can fathom. Push new destination. But type it correctly. The nav computer dumps you into an interface so abstruse that before you even consciously process what's happening, you've hit the back button and are back at the main map again. Look, porthole. Through the porthole, you can see the background of the stars, the constellations all from it. I'll open the porthole and die, maybe. Ask your parents about this space thing sometime. Look. Deck. The control deck consists of an array of switches and a pair of joysticks. Let's hope you never need to override the system's autopilot, because these are definitely not frog joysticks. What are they then? Do-do-do-do. Go ladder again. Look, pod. Sleeping pod looks like a bed with a lid, but you have to assume it's got some sort of suspended animation functionality. I mean, right? There's a hole on top, next to a gauge, reading empty. Look, nightstand. Single drawer, open drawer. Thick manual, get manual. Taken, read manual. It's a manual for the navigation computer in the command module. After leafing through it, you feel confident you understand how to use the interface well enough to set up a route back to Bug Mars. Your score is going up by 2 1/8 points. We're getting there. Go hatch. Do I have inventory? I got a thick manual. Use manual on wires. No. Look at the wires. There's a bare wire. Yeah, it's bad. Pull wire. Try to pull the wire, but it returns to its natural position. Darn. I don't know why I typed directory, but it accepted it. Look, goop. Yep, that's goop. Get goop. Stuck to the surfaces. Book machine again. Get paper. Rip the note off, leaving a fluttering piece of electrical tape behind and revealing a control panel. Get tape. Use tape on wire. Wrap the tape around the bare wire, insulating it. Your score is going up by 1 2/3 points. Look. Panel. Most of the control panel is rendered unusable by the sticky pink goop. You see a row of what look like radio preset buttons, all but 2 of which are stuck. There's also a big red lever. None of these are legibly labeled. They're all labeled in Gostakian. Tund, Tarshan, Darf. He didn't understand. He should have played the Gostak. Look, buttons. Two of these presets look like they're not. The right is depressed. Okay. Pull lever. Dispensing mom's specialty, the machine says. A thick stream of pink goop streams out. Mostly gets everywhere, but the coffee can does get filled up. Grab the can. A few drops land in your mouth, and you recognize the flavor. Bacon milkshake. Atmospheric atmospheric anomaly detected, a different voice says. A whirring sound ensues, and the bulk of the goop is sucked into invisible vents, leaving just enough goop floating around to be gross and annoying. Atmosphere purified. So I have the can of pink goop. Go hatch. Go pod. Oh. Look pod. Hole in the top. Use can on hole. You bring the can close to the hole, and the hole sucks up the pink goop right in. The nearby gauge fills up. Your score has gone up by 9/2 of a point. Get can. I have it. Go hatch. Use can on spigot. Look button. Oops. Push left button. The raise button clicks into place. The previously selected button pops up. Local currency, says a robotic voice. Pull lever. Dispensing local currency. A thick stream of Zorkmids shoot out of the faucet. They bounce around the can. They bounce out of the can and scatter around the room. Get Zorkmids. Score is going up by 1/3 of a point. Maybe I don't need to do anything else. I will go hatch. Go ladder. Look. Display. Push. New destination. You deftly plot a course. Back to Bug Mars. The engines roar and you feel G-forces shift. The ETI reads 57 3/5 years. Huh. You run a diagnostic and determine the vast majority of the time is going to be spent going through bug customs. Luckily, you can sleep through most of it. Your score has gone up by 3 1/3 points. What next? Go ladder. Go pod. You lie down in the sleeping pod, close the lid, and drift off, secure that in 57 and something years, you'll return to Bug Mars a wealthy frog. When you wake up, you're clearly not in your sleep pod. You blearily glance around to get your bearings, and you appear to have been sleeping on a heart-shaped bed covered with roses. A voice comes from the next room. Awake already? A wispy human figure in a bathrobe and a crown walks in. She bends over and kisses you on the nose, and suddenly you feel your body shifting. Yay! She laughs and claps, and you realize that you've been transmogrified into a human form. Press space to continue. No! I can't get the bugs! I'm becoming indignant. I am suffering such indignity. Watch out, man! They're eating your fruit! Frog bedroom. You awake with a start. What a horrible dream. You call your friend Draggy the Flying Dragon, just to talk to someone. Hello, Draggy says. I just had the worst nightmare. You explain the situation. I'm not sure that a support group for human bug eaters is really going to get much of a following, Draggy ponders. Maybe if we drummed up a little publicity first. I know just the PR agency. 5 minutes later, Draggy shows up at your door, dressed to the nines. 9 isn't a fraction. I found a bug in this game. He tosses a frog tuxedo at you. Put this on, babe. We're running for president. Candidate Hop, what say you to allegations that you are not a natural-born citizen, that you're under 35, and that you're a frog? Oh, I'll tell you what I think of that. And to think you were going to watch the presidential debate tonight. Oh man, you smoked him. You're a shoo-in for president. Sir Clarence Gastropod, Ferdinand Croker, Flaps McQueen, Morag and introducing Draggy Ceiling Eater as himself. Why Ceiling Eater? Numerators and denominators. No.
Here's your bug coffee, Mr. President. Heavy on the cream.
All right. How many megabytes of bug porn do you want to make? 10. How many pop-up banner? Don't worry, this interface is temporary. Bug software engineers are hard at work on Bug Excel 98. How many pop-up banner ads? 3. What price do you wish to charge? 20. I forgot how much they cost to make. Let's go with 20,000.
Thanks, but I'm into ladybugs.
How many Zorkmids do you want the Federal Reserve to print? A lot. Bug drugs. Drugging the water supply will pacify delinquent bugs, keeping them off the streets and out of trouble. And not coincidentally, staying home and watching bug porn. I did it. Real Economy Simulator. You got that right. Let's make 100. And let's buy 20 pop-up ads. Capitalism tip, be sure to charge more for your product than it costs to produce.
I prefer something more presidential.
A severe thunderstorm hit Bug Mars today. All your bug porn is ruined. Oh no. Okay, well, print another 9 million for me. Meteorology satellites. A system of satellites to help your meteorologists provide more accurate and precise weather forecasts. Yes. An outbreak of frog STDs in bug porn actors is driving production cost up. Wait, are there frogs in bug porn? I feel so naive. It's like I don't know anything anymore. How much do I make? 1,000. And 40 banner ads. But charge 50,000.
Impressive wingspan.
Superb performances made today's bug porn too hot. The warehouse burned down. Padlocks. 2,000 megabytes. That's not that much. That's not that much megabytes. We'll make it 2,100.
It's not you. It's my inability to distinguish you from prey.
The dry weather makes thirsty bugs clamor for your product. Presidential swimming pool. This heated pool provides a familiar wet environment in which the bug president can relax. I'll take it. When you're done taking a break here, we need to get back to work. Bloop. And that's it. That's it for the original game. But we're gonna get more than that in a moment. Also, isn't this the real song? What song is this? I don't know what song it is. Bug porn trivia: the Zimbabwe flag in the background explains how to win. Is this a real song? I feel like it is. Which means that when this stopped being a Flash animation, or a Flash game, and started to become a thing that people buy on Steam, they probably had to license it. No, wait, this isn't a real song. It sounded like it at the beginning. So, as I said, some 10 or 15 years ago, this was made as a Flash game, and I played it back then, and it's now on Steam for free, but you also have the option to pay, I think it's $10 is the full price, for the hat DLC, and play through the game wearing a hat. And at first, I thought that was all there was to it. Like, oh, okay, you know, support this guy by playing through the game with a little hat on, but really, it's just you want to give him money. No, in fact, there's a whole game attached. It's probably significantly longer and better than the original game. Although the original game still deserves a place in history for being, you know, a game with hidden depth and complexity to it. It was made 15,000 years ago in 2020 time. Yeah. Considers hat to be FF4 in headcanon? I'm confused. But then again, I am playing Frog Fractions, so that makes sense. No, it's a real song right there, right? Unknown. Nobody knows. Oh, to be Frog Fractions 4. I see. And yeah, because when you get to the end of Glittermitten Grove, in the credits, it calls itself Frog Fractions 3, which could be taken either as a joke, or you could consider the ARG to be game number 2. But how do I leave? Like that.